Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on our 10th year of the station. Of course, we come to you on location from Princess Highway Reserve here in Oakley East. Of course, but let's go across to the other side of town. Of course, we're going to Geelong and, of course, speak with the Geelong Buccaneers women's gridiron team. And of course, they join us right now to tell us a bit about, hopefully, when they hopefully get a season underway very soon. Of course, they join us right now to tell us a bit about it. Thanks all you for joining us.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Now, I'll get all you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position all you played on the field if there's going to be a season, hopefully this year.
I hope there is. I'm Kylie. I'll probably be playing quarterback, probably linebacker as well, but mainly quarterback. I played a little bit of that, I was going to say last year, in our last season. So that's at the moment what I'm kind of focusing on.
Hi guys, I'm Jasmine. Hopefully if the season goes ahead, I'll be playing running back.
I'm Kendra. I play wide receiver, and I played a bit of defense for a couple of games last season, which was interesting, so I might give that more of a go.
I'm Kelly, and I will do anything that involves the least running.
I'm Naomi. I'm the same as Kelly. I would do less running as possible. I play on the line, generally offense, but have played defense.
Tell us, how has it been like? Have you gone back onto the training field again since we last spoke?
No, not yet. There was a lot of restrictions, obviously. Well, Melbourne was the big one. We were supposed to start training, and then obviously when the lockdown happened in Melbourne, the league kind of said, just leave it because there's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. There is talk of us having like a smaller season in April, which I think is potentially 5 or 6 games, but that'll depend on, obviously COVID and what happens with that, and that'll depend on obviously what teams can kind of get numbers. But as for training, we haven't been able to get anything up and running as yet.
Are you hoping for that to get underway soon? And I guess I'm assuming, would you like to get it underway now in April? Oh, sorry, hopefully when it starts in April, or are you more hoping that it's going to start in September like normal season?
Well, I want it to be happening now, but I don't know how you guys.
As many seasons as we can physically.
Hugging a football, so yeah, I'm keen.
The sooner the better.
It would probably be good to have a warm-up shorter season first, where we can remember how to run again and then have the proper season.
I remember how to run, I just don't like it.
Fair.
Now, let's talk a bit about what have you been doing to hopefully get yourselves motivated to get back onto the field again once the season hopefully gets underway?
Not a great deal physically, but watching it a bit on TV.
That we bought that Game Pass thing, the NFL Game Pass, and every game we watch, I've got this book already of little plays that I'm going to try and steal and make so, because obviously we play 9-man, not 11, so we're trying to change it so we can use them, but gym and whatnot. But
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, physically nothing to prepare, but yeah, watching the games. And this year we also had our own little fantasy football competition, so we were paying more attention to certain positions and trash talking. No.
I've been eating a lot of nachos and playing a lot of Madden.
And that works. If anything, it was actually really good help. I don't reckon I've paid as much attention to the games as we did. Because you find different players and you want your player to, score a lot. So I beat someone else. It was even if it's stupid and fun or whatever, it was a really cool thing to pay more attention and actually learn more.
I guess, what are you hoping from this year in regards to where do you want to go in 2021 in regards to where you want to ultimately? I'm assuming you want to win it, but is there a particular goal that you all want to reach as a team?
I think personally, I'd love to recruit enough players so that we can have a solid offense and defense and work particularly on certain plays and that both sides of the ball, because a lot of us this year, especially, or the last season, had to play both sides of the ball the whole game, and it just makes it really hard to implement changes within the game. So I would love to see more players recruited so that we can work on our personal positions to help achieve the team goals.
Solid foundation would be amazing, and not just like the same people every year. Obviously, like.
What are you guys trying to say, huh? Huh?
I don't want to work.
Recruitment's a big one at the moment. I would definitely say it's probably number one. Other than winning as many games as we can, we need to get players.
I would be. I don't want to say this and jinx it. If we're going to win, I would love to hold the big goal again. But I think, you know, any team, regardless of the sport, you want to set that foundation and get to a point where you do win it. So I think, as much as I would love to win it, I would be somewhat content with, you know, like what we did in our last season. You know, we didn't start off great, and towards the end, our foundation got a bit better, and we started working better together, and you know, we gelled a lot better. So, extending on from that, if we could have a season where we've, you know, done the same thing. Obviously, we've all had a year off, so hopefully that just means that any injuries we had are now gone. But yeah, hopefully that means we can, you know, build that connection again, and moving forward, you know, back it up and hold the big ball up in the air.
Of course, talking about players. Now, also, we've got another special guest joining us as well into this conversation. We lost her right at the start, but we finally got her back on. Of course, I'll get her to introduce herself as well. And, of course, what position, hopefully, she'll be hoping to play once the season starts.
Hi, sorry, my internet dropped out. I'm Colleen. I will hopefully be playing outside linebacker, which is what I played last season. I've been training in different positions with the girls during our off period, so I guess we'll wait and see.
Which is of not having a season last year, and obviously, hopefully, you get one this year. I guess what did everyone learn from last year? Knowing, like, I guess, do you take things for granted now in regards to playing the sport after what happened last year, not playing at all?
I would just put, like, I struggled. I'm still struggling. I can't. We're so like active people. Like we did 12 months ago, we were getting ready to go to our first state training session, which I think was Feb 2nd with memories on my phone. And I remember that because I was so sunburned. But yeah, like we were doing, you know, we were doing AFL training and Gridiron training, and we were doing so much, and to get it cut and do absolutely nothing, I struggled so much, and I still am now. Like watching the Gridiron on the TV, we're watching the games this morning, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I want to go and practice, and it's so hard to do that, to get everyone together. And, you know, like the main reason, obviously, we're doing this over Zoom is obviously pandemic wise as well, but we live so far apart. Like, you know, like Colleen and us, we're in Geelong, but then, you know, Kelly's Melbourne way, and so is Naomi and Kendra. Like we're not 5 minutes from each other. So it's really hard to get us all together at the same time.
And yeah, I really like missed my teammates during the pandemic because we didn't have that connection of multiple times a week. And then also we had us that were Melbourne based, we were in the harder lockdown while they were able to meet up a couple of times or go run around. So yeah, it'll be good when we're all able to be back together.
I agree with Kendra. It's you know, a couple of us were able to catch up, but it's not quite the same when you don't have the rest of the team there. So, you know, we might be running through a couple of plays, but it's not really that effective when you haven't got the whole team going through it with you. And I know for me, I've only played the one season, and then I was getting in the swing of things, and then having a season, like having to miss a season, I feel like I might have forgotten stuff that I had learned. So it would have been really valuable for me to have backed that up straight away. So yeah, definitely missing it and looking forward to getting back into it again.
Just gives you something to look forward to each week too, just during the week. Just if it's not training or it's our game in the weekend, and just catching up with each other. So socially and physically, it's been a drain this whole last year.
I find it's also like as bad as this probably sounds, like an outlet for like anger and frustration, and that when you get on the field and either you're giving the hits or you're receiving them, it's that outlet of that physical nature that you can't just obviously mow someone down in the street. So they kind of frown upon that. So it's kind of legal to do in Gridiron. So.
Now, tell us, how did all you get involved in Gridiron, and why did you choose it? Except for the 3 that is already done my interview already.
I started playing in Queensland. So I started in 2013 and I moved down to Victoria, and I moved to Geelong and found the Bucks, and they haven't gotten rid of me. Like a good course of antibiotics will get rid of anything. So they're stuck with me now.
I was I was going to uni, but I wasn't playing a sport anymore because I used to play Aussie rules when I was much younger, and then when they would stop the girls at 14, I just gave up on sports. And then I was watching games on TV, and I was like, I wonder if they play this sport here. And so I did some Googling and found that there was a Geelong team, and I did uni down in Geelong. So I decided to go down to a training session and met Kelly and Kylie on my first night there, and that didn't scare me off. So I'm still with the team. Kelly tried, but
We didn't leave. Far out.
I watched a high school game in the States when I was on a trip over there, and I thought it would be a great game to play, but I didn't want to play in my underwear like I'd only seen on TV, and a friend of mine tagged me in a training session.
Yes. Now, because you all mentioned right at the start what position you'll play on the field. If you had a preferred position where you'd like to convince your coaches to put you for next year, where would that be?
I'm going to write this down. Go on. Who's up?
I'd go tight end again, only so I could protect Kylie, because honestly, she's probably been one of the best quarterbacks we've had, and we definitely need to protect her as an asset.
But the coach already lets me pick the one that and I don't think I'd be good.
I want to see you play more defense.
I want to see you get angry, like really angry.
You should ride in the car with me on the way down.
I have mostly just played defense, so it'd be cool to play an offensive position, and just to get a bit more knowledge of the game through doing. Sorry, that's my dog. So yeah, like a receiver would be pretty cool.
I can't catch, so I like being on the line where I am, because I do like pushing people over, and I don't have to run much.
I love running back, so I'm happy there.
I originally wanted to play receiver, but to this day I've never played a solid game being a receiver.
You're stuck with QB.
Yeah, I was going to say now I'm stuck throwing it to you guys. So not complaining though. It's good. It's good. It's a lot different to defense, which was what I was used to. So it's good brain training.
Now, what does the sport of gridiron mean to all of you, and especially being at the Geelong Buccaneers?
You guys are my family now. Like, I'm just excited to hang out with them when I can, because I work crazy, ridiculous, stupid hours, and I just like they're my family.
I think the biggest thing, and there's a handful of us here that have done it too, is a lot of us have played for clubs, and I think like I played with Naomi and Kendra and Kelly at Melton when Geelong didn't have a team, and I guess teams are very, very open because we all have the same goal. I guess we all want to play, and we all here for the same reason. So I think Geelong is such a misfit group of people, and it really, really sucks that we live so far and kind of sporadic all around the state, because once we are together, we have so much fun, and again, we're there for the one goal. Like, we all want to learn, we all want to get the most out of it. We want to win, but we want to have fun doing it. Like, training, and then we have the boombox and we play stupid music and whatever. Like, but at the end of the day, yeah, like Kelly said, it's an extended family.
It is worth
the
the travel
clubs.
too for the people that are there. It's worth travelling from the various parts of Melbourne to get there.
Yeah, I can back up on what they've all said. For me, I moved to Geelong, and joining the Bucks was my way of meeting people and creating a social network. So it was really awesome to meet these ladies because they are so welcoming and just joined. I felt like I was at home pretty much immediately. And their passion for the game was really easy to pick up on for myself. I hadn't really had much to do with Gridiron prior to that. I don't think I'd even watched the game. And yeah, just seeing the way that they loved it helped me enjoy the game and created a love of it for me too. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really supporting and like a really accepting environment, and anyone who rocks up at the ground on their first session, they're always welcomed in. And when there's teams that have to fold because they don't have enough players, which has happened to our team before, they're always welcome to come on down.
Age is not a barrier either, so you can be quite old and still play.
Your advice for people that should get down to Geelong to get involved in Gridiron?
Do it.
If you have any questions, feel free to contact the Facebook page, and we can answer any questions that you have if you have any concerns or queries about the sport. So that would be my first thing. Just contact us if you have any interest at all at playing.
Yeah. We're located in a really, I guess, handy spot in Corio. So it's really close to the highway. So if you are travelling, it's all the kind of points that enter Geelong. That's where we're set. So we're kind of, I guess, easy to get to. And the club does have a flag football, which is essentially somewhat of the same thing, but without pads and helmets. So you've got like a belt on when you pull the flag, and that's a tackle. So it's not as exciting, I don't think. But they do have a flag competition coming up, so that we're trying to get, people's interest leading up to the real season, and trying to get everyone involved now.
I would say not to feel nervous or anxious or self-conscious, because it's a sport that really caters to everybody. It doesn't matter what your body type is or your age, as Naomi said. It really caters to everyone, and there'll be a position for anyone, and there's no judgment. I started having no idea how to play at all, and it's a really supportive team, like Kendra said, and they want you to learn. They love teaching you because they're passionate about it, and the more people that share that passion, the stronger our club will be. So you'll always be supported and welcomed, and yeah, you'll have a blast.
Now, let's finish off with a couple light-hearted questions about the team. Even though I know that you have been, I guess, together for about, almost a year and a bit now, since I was still at the last game. I guess any embarrassing moments from 2 years ago?
There's probably some from our Silly Sunday that probably can't be mentioned.
I'm just being quiet. like really quiet. I'm just gonna wait for this question to be over, and then we're done.
So we had the it was pirate themed, so we all dressed up as pirate. And I ended up swapping costumes with Libby, who I tried to get on here, but she's available. And we had a slip and slide that was supposed to be like massive, and it was like half a tarp. It was crap. And we bought
like 2 meters.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Kendra definitely had best on ground that day.
No, it was Colleen.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Probably there's some embarrassing, like, when there's been recordings of some games, sometimes you'll see, like, I'll go for a tackle and end up just getting thrown off by the person. People missing tackles and just
happened to the best. I was
completely.
trying to tackle someone once, and I literally just went. I literally bounced off.
And all sorts of embarrassing things that happen at training related to that, where we're just like bouncing off each other, getting hit in the face with the football because we were looking the wrong way, and
you get a helmet, it's fun.
Yeah. That's why I always wear my helmet when I'm running around.
Who's the comedian in the team?
Kelly.
Ellie.
Yeah, Kelly.
I think she's already proved her worth.
Appropriate and inappropriate comedian.
We make everyone fill a HR form out first. It's okay. It's a yellow form. It's fine.
Any good singers and dancers we should know about?
We all have our own style.
Like, are we talking pole or? I think I've seen a lot of celebrations with a few after parties that we've had, and I think all of us can dance. Just some need some encouragement with alcohol.
There's a lot of singing and dancing that goes on at training. So yeah, not all of it's great, but it's always fun.
We all have a go.
Our poor coach has to sometimes stand there like, can we get back to the game now?
I guess following on from that, any good touchdown celebration dances?
Just the road. I don't remember where that came from. There was a song that we had. There's like a boombox thing that we have at training that just plays in the background, and some song came on. I don't know if it was a song or not, and we started going like this, like rowing the boat. But I just got it in there a little bit and then gave the ball back because he didn't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get flagged for it. Yeah, I did a handstand one time and got flagged for it. So there's too much grey area about what you can and can't do. So a lot of the time it's just like, woo, get the ball back.
And we didn't get down, so maybe we can work on that this season.
Now I've got to finish off with this two-part question. Now, firstly, I guess, do either of you have a favorite NFL team? And then my second part of that question is, who's going to win the Super Bowl? Either Tampa Bay or Kansas City?
Let Naomi answer.
Tampa Bay, all the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're supposed to be a Pat supporter.
Nah, I'm a Brady supporter.
Yes. The Patriots and Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm Patriots and
Nobody
Tom
else.
Brady, but I also like Gronk. So, but he only got the ball once today. So
Yeah, but it was a good one. Like,
it was a good run.
yeah, he did good.
Did good running.
Did good running.
I mean, I'm a Philly supporter, so
I'm going to be unpopular and say I'm going for Chiefs.
We're the Buccaneers.
Oh.
The Buccaneers win, we win.
Is it because you think Patrick Mahomes is hot?
A little bit.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh dear. Well, Well, hopefully Tampa can sort of get this, the championship side of things underway for the Buccaneers, and hopefully they can follow on, pass on that success onto the Geelong Buccaneers into 2021. And hopefully I'll be making sure, hopefully I'll come down to a couple games throughout the season when it starts, of course, throughout 2021.
Yes,
Sounds
that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Jane.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. And that's the Geelong Buccaneers women's Gridiron team. Of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can go about getting down there to Geelong and be involved down there with the Buccaneers in 2021. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.